I spent the first decade of my career, of my 15-year career so far to date, the 10 years were spent in public media. So I spent them working with NPR Music. I spent them working at NPR member stations and public radio stations, specifically from West Virginia and Virginia to where I'm currently based in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I did a wide variety of things. I was helping with music programming, local music programming, and music discovery podcasts. I was producing on air, hosting on air nationally and locally. You name a position in public media, from marketing to audience engagement and events and digital and podcasts. I had the role, I did it. I love public media. It's how I got introduced to podcasting, as I think maybe younger individuals have been as well, because I think, to your larger note, Jen, there is such an overlap in audio discovery and audio enjoyment and audio production and creation between podcasting and public radio. Even if maybe an individual started listening to podcasts through This American Life or Serial or S-Town or maybe something else, it is very likely that the host of that show, the producers of that show, or that show itself are tied to a public media entity, whether it's NPR or maybe PBS or maybe a member station or a nonprofit that collaborated, or maybe the employees came from public media. Some of the biggest podcasts that have been around for ages started in public media, like This American Life. So October 2025 being the first month where public media has been officially defunded. There's no funding that's going to public media sources because of what occurred in the last year in federal government in the U.S. It's a sad time. I mean, this is, one could say it's the end of an era by public media not being funded and supported in a way to help also support by proxy the podcast ecosystem.
Yeah, I can't imagine, like, being Canadian, Roger and I, we have a steady drip of CBC in our veins.
Yeah.
So we can't actually picture that reality, and it must be very hard to grapple with. And so I'm really just want to extend my condolences. Like you, I have a background in public media, and I'm very passionate about it. And to witness that happening, I think, must be really tough. So, full stop, it sucks, and I don't want to gloss that over it.
When we lose access to public media, what happens? I mean, what do you think is the negative impact on society?
I mean, there could be so many different threads to that.
Right.
There's the emergency responsiveness. I mean, public media wasn't just, a home of information, news, culture, programming, podcasts. It truly is an infrastructure in the U.S. for emergency responsiveness and alerts. So removing that, the funding for public media that then feeds into those, announcements about a volcano in Hawaii that's active, or, hurricane relief in the southeast, that's detrimental. Now, of course, that's at the top of the list. And then everything underneath is simply, the things that we call upon for conversation, for insights, for nuance in what's happening the day to day of the news and political cycle. So, local town hall hearings that are actually broadcast and shown to constituents in an area, that's gone. Maybe local sports coverage of high school sports, that's gone. Local music discovery, which is one of the biggest drivers of young people coming to public media through like Tiny Desk or other concerts, that's gone. And then again, podcasts. I mean, those nuanced conversations that maybe can't fit into a 30-minute clock window on an on-air broadcast that were made into a podcast instead, that's gone. I mean, there's so many things that are now gone, not even including public media for PBS, children's content, which now that I am a mother of a child where I want to have him watch Sesame Street, learn from Wishbone, learn from all these shows that I grew up on as a kid, it's sad. I mean, it's a lot of things that you basically expected to be there for the next generation. And now it's up to us, and by us, I mean citizens, to promote ourselves and support and sustain ourselves, which I think it's powerful in a way. It's asking people to step up and say, if you really want to keep this going, you need to be the ones to do so because of the lack of federal funding.